When a career-ending injury shatters prima ballerina Dominika Egorova's future, she is forced into Sparrow School, a secret program that trains young recruits to use their bodies and minds as weapons. Emerging as the most dangerous Sparrow, she soon meets a CIA agent who claims he's the only one she can trust. But in a world built on lies, can she afford to believe him? The movie begins in modern-day Russia. Dominika Egorova is a famous ballerina, admired for her talent and grace. She dedicates her life to ballet, not only for her love of the art, but also to support her ailing mother. However, her promising career is suddenly cut short when she suffers a devastating injury on stage. Heartbroken and unsure of her future, Dominika is approached by her uncle, Ivan, a high-ranking officer in Russian intelligence. He reveals shocking information. Her injury was no accident. It was a calculated betrayal. Her dance partner had deliberately orchestrated the incident so his girlfriend could take her place. Enraged, Dominika seeks revenge. She waits for the perfect moment and, while he is with his girlfriend, she strikes, breaking his hip and ensuring he will never dance again. With her ballet career over, Dominika finds herself in a desperate situation. Ivan presents her with a grim choice. He offers her a mission: seduce Dmitry Ustinov, a powerful Russian politician, in exchange for continued medical care for her mother. With no other options, she agrees. That night, she meets Ustinov, but the situation quickly spirals out of control. As she tries to fulfill her mission, Ustinov turns violent, forcing himself on her. Just as Dominika struggles to escape, Semyonov, a ruthless Russian operative under Ivan's command, bursts into the room and kills Ustinov without hesitation. Shaken and covered in blood, Dominika realizes she has stepped into a dangerous world where there is no turning back. Ivan gives her a chilling ultimatum: join Russian intelligence and serve her country, or be eliminated to ensure there are no witnesses. Nate Nash is a skilled CIA operative stationed in Moscow, tasked with handling sensitive intelligence operations. One night, while meeting with an important asset in Gorky Park, he suddenly finds himself in a dangerous situation. Russian police appear, closing in on them. Knowing that his contact, an invaluable mole within Russian intelligence, codenamed Marble, must not be caught, Nash quickly creates a diversion. He draws the officer's attention to himself, giving Marble just enough time to slip away unnoticed. Though Nash's quick thinking saves his source, the encounter puts him under suspicion. The CIA decides it's too risky for him to remain in Russia and orders him back to the United States. Frustrated, Nash insists that Marble trust only him and will not work with another operative. Understanding the importance of maintaining the connection, the agency agrees to send Nash to Budapest instead. From there, he will attempt to re-establish contact with Marble. Dominika is sent to a secret Russian training facility, where she is trained to become a highly skilled operative known as a Sparrow. Sparrows are experts in manipulation, seduction, and psychological control, trained to extract secrets from their targets using any means necessary. Despite the brutal and degrading nature of the training, Dominika refuses to fully submit. She pushes back against her instructors, especially when they attempt to use intimidation or force her into sexual situations. Her defiance causes friction, but her intelligence, resilience, and natural charm make her one of the top recruits. By the time she completes her training, she has proven that she can outthink and outmaneuver even her most ruthless instructors. Once her training is complete, Dominika is assigned to Budapest. The Russian intelligence agency SVR has been closely monitoring CIA operative Nate Nash, believing he is their key to uncovering the identity of Marble, the high-ranking Russian mole feeding secrets to the Americans. Dominika's mission is clear. She must get close to Nash, earn his trust, and manipulate him into revealing Marble's identity. If she fails, her life may be on the line. Upon arriving in Budapest, Dominika is placed in an apartment with Marta, another trained Sparrow. Unlike Dominika, Marta is fully committed to her role, using seduction and manipulation without hesitation to extract information. Dominika wastes no time in making contact with Nate Nash. However, Nash immediately sees through her act and correctly identifies her as a Russian intelligence operative. Rather than denying it, Dominika makes a bold move. She openly admits that she is working to uncover the identity of Marble. She doesn't expect Nash to reveal anything, but by being honest, She hopes to gain his trust differently. Meanwhile, Dominika begins to suspect that Marta is involved in another secret operation. While Marta is out, she carefully inspects her room and discovers evidence that Marta has been working on a mission of her own. She has been gathering intelligence on Stephanie Boucher, a chief of staff for a US senator. Realizing that she is under pressure to show progress, Dominika decides to use this knowledge to her advantage. When Ivan asks about her progress with Nash, she tells him that she is assisting Marta with the Boucher operation, buying herself more time. However, Marta soon discovers that Dominika knows about Boucher. Furious, she confronts her, threatening to kill her if she interferes. Thinking quickly, Dominika plays on Marta's emotions, reminding her that she was a witness to Ustinov's murder. She claims that she is in danger and only uses the information about Boucher to protect herself. She also insists that her mission with Nash is going nowhere, making it seem like she is not a threat. But the danger is far from over. One day, Dominika returns home to find Marta brutally tortured and murdered. The gruesome scene sends a chilling message. Shortly after, Semyonov, the brutal operative who killed Ustinov, reveals that he carried out the execution. He tells Dominika that Marta had made a fatal mistake. She had carelessly mentioned the Ustinov incident to the Russian embassy chief in Budapest, and the information got back to the wrong people. To ensure secrecy, she had to be eliminated. The murder serves as a stark warning to Dominika. Betray Russian secrets, and she will suffer the same fate. Realizing that she can no longer trust the Russian intelligence agency, Dominika makes a daring decision. She offers to work for Nash as a double agent. She knows that her survival depends on playing both sides carefully. To maintain her cover, Dominika takes over Marta's assignment and meets with Stephanie Boucher, the US Senator's chief of staff. Under the guise of completing Marta's mission, she secretly swaps the Russian-supplied intelligence for CIA-provided floppy disks. The exchange seems to go smoothly, but as Boucher leaves the meeting spot, she notices American agents nearby. Panicked and believing she is about to be caught, she rushes into the street without looking. In a tragic twist, she is hit by a passing car and killed instantly. The Russians, who had been keeping a close watch on Boucher, immediately realized that something had gone wrong. They suspect that Dominika compromised the mission and demanded that she return to Moscow. Once there, she is subjected to days of brutal torture and relentless interrogation. Her captors beat her, deprive her of food, and push her to the brink, determined to extract the truth. Despite the agony, Dominika remains composed. She understands that her only chance of survival is to convince Ivan that she has become even more valuable. Using her injuries as proof of her loyalty, she tells him that her torture has made her even more credible in the eyes of the Americans. She argues that she can now gain deeper trust from the CIA, making her an even more effective asset for Russia. Her gamble pays off. Ivan believes her. Instead of executing her, the Russians send her back to Budapest to continue her work. Once back, Dominika wastes no time in meeting with Nash. She tells him the truth. She can no longer continue playing this dangerous game. She wants out. She wishes to defect to the United States and bring her mother with her. After spending the night with Nash, Dominika wakes up to a nightmare. Semyonov, a brutal Russian intelligence operative, has captured Nash and is torturing him. He is determined to force Nash into revealing the true identity of Marble, the highly classified Russian mole working with the CIA. Dominika is frozen for a moment, but she quickly realizes that she must act carefully if she wants to survive. Semyonov sees her wake up and orders her to help him. Knowing that resisting outright could get her killed, Dominika plays along. She pretends to assist in the torture, making it seem like she is fully committed to Russia's mission. She even inflicts pain on Nash, making it appear as if she is loyal to her country. However, deep down, Dominika is looking for an opportunity. She has no intention of letting Semyonov win. As the torture continues, Dominika suddenly strikes. Catching Semyonov off guard, she turns against him, using all her training and skills to overpower him. A brutal fight ensues, but Dominika gains the upper hand. In a final decisive move, she kills Semyonov, saving Nash from certain death. However, during the struggle, Dominika is badly injured. She collapses from exhaustion and pain, and the world fades to blackness around her. When she wakes up, she is in a hospital. Her body is weak, and her mind is foggy, But she quickly realizes that she is not alone. Sitting beside her is General Vladimir Korchnoi, a high-ranking officer in Russian intelligence. Before Dominika can say anything, Korchnoi drops a shocking revelation. He is Marble, the very mole the Russians have been desperately trying to uncover. Korchnoi explains that he was once a loyal patriot, believing in Russia's strength and greatness. But over time, he became disgusted with the corruption and oppression within the government. Unable to stand by and do nothing, he secretly began working with the CIA, feeding them valuable intelligence in hopes of making a difference. Now, however, he knows that his time is running out. He suspects that Russian authorities are closing in on him and that he will be caught soon. But rather than let his sacrifice be for nothing, he offers Dominika a plan. She should frame someone else as the mole. If she does this, she can gain full trust from Russian intelligence and even take his place as a double agent, continuing his work while appearing to be loyal. Dominika considers his offer. She knows that this is her best chance at survival. If she exposes Korchnoi, he will die, and she will lose a valuable ally. But if she frames someone else, she can eliminate a threat to herself and secure her position within Russian intelligence. After careful thought, Dominika makes her decision. She contacts her superiors and tells them that she has discovered the identity of the mole. But instead of revealing Korchnoi's name, she frames her uncle, Ivan. Ivan, who had always manipulated and controlled her, is swiftly arrested. The Russian government wastes no time in executing him as a traitor. They believe Dominika has done an outstanding job in eliminating a dangerous spy, and they reward her with trust and praise. She is now seen as a hero within Russian intelligence. Back home in Russia, Dominika resumes her life with her mother, acting as though nothing has changed. On the surface, she appears to be a dedicated Russian operative. But deep inside, she knows she has altered her fate forever. She has successfully outplayed both the Russians and the Americans, keeping Korchnoi's secret safe while securing her future. One evening, as she sits in her apartment, she receives an unexpected phone call. When she answers, there is silence on the other end. Then, suddenly, music begins to play. It is Edvard Grieg's piano concerto, the same piece she once listened to during her time with Nash.